Well, hey guys, I am down here in my gear room because it's kind of a gray, dreary day out, so I thought I'd shoot a video about the clothing that I like to use when I'm cold weather camping. So we're going to keep this brief and just dive right in. A couple points is the weather I'm in, the temperatures are about -5 to 29 degrees Fahrenheit. And then the clothing I prefer is wool. Wool. Wool will keep you warm when wet. It doesn't catch a spark when you're sitting next to the campfire. It is heavy, but I think the benefits outweigh that negative. So we're going to work our way down and out. So let's just jump right in. Okay, first thing is footwear, both socks and boots. Now people tend to overestimate what they need in a winter boot. People tend to go for these large Antarctic type expedition boots, and you don't need that because generally you're not sitting around. You're either out hiking, exploring, you're cutting firewood. If you are sitting around, it's going to be by a campfire, and then you're in your sleeping bag at night, so you don't really need anything overly excessive in that department. You do want something that will keep you warm, so you're looking for warmth with mobility. Now, as far as the socks go, I love Darn Tough. I don't use anything else, and I refuse to use anything else because they are amazing. Lifetime warranty, and they're just super warm and lightweight. So yeah, they're expensive, but you buy once, cry once. I have various sizes, just depending on the temperature and whatnot, and the conditions. So, and that's everything you're going to have to get used to. You're going to have to learn your own system and what works for you. But these are just the basic hikers, the full cushion. These are called the Mountaineers, just a mid-height Mountaineer, and they have a full cushion. I do like the full cushion. I will say that when you're winter camping. These are the Hunters, both the mid-weight and over-the-calf style. These are for when it gets really cold. I probably wear these a majority of the time, the Hunters and the midweight. Now my boots that I have are Keen. I'm a big fan of Keen. I like Keen and Merrell. They're the top two. So these are the Rebel 4s, and these are the Rebel 4 High Polar. They both have insulation throughout. These just have a little more insulation in them, and then they come up a little higher. These are going to be a little more mobile than these, but they're both mobile. One thing you want to make sure it has, any boot that you have, is it's going to be snowshoe compatible. So these have, I don't know what they call it, but it's like little ridges that will allow the strap on the back of your snowshoe bindings to hold tight onto that. But yeah, these work great. Very mobile. So I can go hiking with these, and they work well around camp, keep my feet warm. Next, we've probably got the most important part of the gear is your base layer. Again, merino wool. This is an ultralight base layer, 150 gram, I believe. And I'll wear this during the day when I'm out and about. And then I've also got a 250 gram weight, and I will wear this when I'm sleeping. So I'll change out of this and wear this to sleep in. And then when it's really cold, I've also got a 260 gram quarter zip. And then there's lots of good brands out there. Icebreaker, Smart Wool. Merrell Wool is a really good brand. Got for value. It's got good value. You can get it off Amazon. Next up is pants. And if it's a little warmer out, I opt for the Fjallraven Vita Pros. These are awesome pants, water resistant, pockets in all the right places. Really, really good pants. But more often than not, it's a little too cold for these. So then I will up to the wool pants. And these are from a cottage company in Sweden called Miklagard. These are the Hamra Pro adjustables. They have a quilted liner, which actually makes them a little too warm for me. I usually just wear these if I'm hunting or something like that. If I'm camping and doing any type of activities, I go with the Hamra Basics unlined. So these coupled with a merino wool base layer are perfect for me. And these are just awesome pants. I can't say enough good things about them. I will link them in the description if anybody's interested. They're not cheap, but it's a great company and great pants, and they're very easy to work with. One tip I will say is they tend to run small, so size up, especially if you're going to go with like a quilted model. And I believe you can get most of the models either quilted or unquilted. So yeah, awesome pants. Awesome pants. All right, next up, the tops. So we'll start here. This is the Arc'teryx RHO LT in a quarter zip. I will put this over like my base layer merino wool and then under a sweater, depending. I may not. I may. It just depends how cold it is. Like I said, it's something you got to get used to see what's going to keep you warm. Sometimes I need it, sometimes I don't. So we got that, and then the knitwear, the top wear. This is a Fjallraven Singy knit sweater. It's wool, very warm. Unfortunately, they don't make this anymore, but they do offer something similar, I believe. And then this is not wool. One of the few pieces of clothing that I wear that's not wool, but it is super warm. This is the Cool Thor quarter zip, and now you can probably tell I'm a big fan of quarter zips because I like it because it lets you regulate your body heat. So if you're too cold, zip it up. Warm, and you can zip it down. Let some heat out. Let some trapped heat out. So those are my two main tops that I will wear sweater wise. And then again, depending on temperature, what I will wear over that will be either the Fjallraven Canada shirt, which is, again, this is all wool. Awesome shirt, and it's buttoned down, so it lets you, again, regulate your heat. Open it up, let some heat out, button it down, keep the heat in. And then I may wear that as a standalone over, or I actually may wear this over it, or as a standalone. This is the Filson Wool Mackinaw Cruiser. This thing is super warm. So, and then again, it's got buttons. You can unbutton it. Lots of very convenient pockets right there. And it's got some pockets, a big pocket here in the back if you're hunting, so you keep your small game in there, perhaps. But yeah, very warm. So those are the tops that I prefer. Again, majority is all wool except for the Cool quarter zip here. Last but not least, the accessories like hats and gloves. So we'll start with the headwear. I bring two merino wool caps, one to parade around with during the day, and another to change into at night when I'm going to bed. Then depending on how cold it is, a merino wool buff. And then for gloves, I prefer these sealskins. They're sealskin Dragon Eye. They are waterproof, leather palm. They didn't have the rivet. I had to add that. That's just really convenient to have. You can have them on these carabiners and then clip them to your belt like that when you're not using them. Just, yeah, it's real convenient. And then these ones are Hestra guide gloves. Super warm. These ones really warm. These are actually too warm for me. They have a removable liner, so I'll wear these when it's really cold. Again, they've got the carabiner to attach to your belt. One thing to keep in mind with these is they're not waterproof, so your gloves are going to get wet because generally you're cutting firewood. You know, they're going to get wet doing that because you're grabbing that wet firewood all the time with the snow and whatnot. So they're not waterproof, so keep that in mind. But they're super warm, so pick your poison, I guess. Like I said, these ones are perfect because they are waterproof and they keep me plenty warm. So sealskin Dragon Eyes. And then a nice set of gaiters you're going to want just to keep the snow out of your boots. So these are Outdoor Research crocodile gaiters. Yep, they make plenty of good ones out there. Just get yourself a good set of gaiters. Okay, well that's it. That's the video. So just a few points I'd like to make in conclusion is one, just if you can, wear wool. It's super warm, going to keep you real warm. 2, layer. That way you can regulate your body temperature. And then 3, when you go to bed at night, make sure you change out everything. Your socks, your base layer, your hat. You may think that you didn't sweat into any of that and it feels dry to you when you're sitting around the campfire. You're like, oh, it's dry. Trust me, it's not. You will get cold at night, so make sure you change out. And that's why I bring 2 pairs of long underwear, 2 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of hat. So yeah, that's it. I hope this video helped you guys out, gave you just a little bit of tips, tricks, and just to let you know what I use when I go out winter camping. So that's it. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.